This message goes out to someone that feels them giving they all just constantly keep coming back as if it's not enough. You can do all you can for people, whether it's lifting them up, being there for them, having a conversation, or giving up your time to make sure they don't give up. Although at times you may feel like giving up. You never miss work. You never, hurt people intentionally. It's like you always that one that try your best to be the best you can be. But then it seems as if you still fall short when it comes down to having the things that you want in your life. So let's say, for instance, for me, there were some things that took place in the last week that shifted certain things in my life. And I'm like, man, like again, like what's going on? Like, it started making you want to talk to God and ask him, like, why me? Why are you constantly doing this? I give it all I got. And then in return, it's like I'm steady seeing it in a way that it's like, why? It almost gives you that, you embody that energy of where, like yesterday, I get on social media. I didn't want to look at no videos. I didn't want to hear nothing when it came down to positivity. Because it's like the ones that try to really be positive and uplift the world get beat the most. You get beat the most, man. And sometimes it makes you question, what is all this for? What's the reason for all the ups and downs? And then your higher self tells you, because you know better, it's to grow you, to build you, to bring you closer to me, to shape you more into the image of who I am, which is the Most High God. You are the vessel that I live through on earth. And in order for you to be able to intake or be able to embrace what I really have for you, you have to have a certain level of strength emotionally, physically, and mentally. And that's why I take you through these ups and downs. So that's something about me that when I start questioning, based on the knowledge that God has given me, I get tired of myself sometimes, because it's like I always know what to say, even when I don't want to hear it, right? It's almost like when a friend of yours or something call you a real confidant and gives you some true advice, but you don't want to hear it. So you'll go a day or two without talking to him. But you end up coming back around because you like, man, I needed to hear that, man. Let me let you know right quick. I was kind of mad about that, but I needed to hear that. But that's what it's all about, family. We have to get shaken up sometimes to even get to where we supposed to be. But I am a man of God, and I am the one that came out of my family and may have looked like I would never have become anything. And right now in my life, I have 3 different trades that I'm proud of. But more than anything, I have a connection with God in a way that when I communicate with people, we both can feel the presence of God, right? And I'm more proud of my relationship with God than anything tangible. And it's dreams that I do want to bring from the spiritual realm into reality. And one of them is having a massive trucking empire, and it's just because it's so many parts of the industry that I can help people get into due to the knowledge and all the feedback that me and my spouse went through in 2020 and even before then, of losing companies, starting companies, buying a vehicle, losing this vehicle, getting more vehicles. It's just so much, man. Then the behind the scenes of brokering and dispatching and all that stuff, and me getting in position by God saying, okay, it's time. I know I can make a big impact when it comes down to uplifting my community, meaning wherever that may be, right? And a lot of times it's hard for us because a person like me, I'm willing to work for it, go to work every day, be disciplined with my money, my time. If I know I want to have certain levels of success in the trucking, then I want to be able to do as much as I can when it comes down to certain things I need to know, whether it's certifications I need to have, so that when people come in to this community, I'm able to help them get it. But a big portion of getting more is to go through so much. And that's why I was willing to get on this message this morning and share that I was going through a little rough patch, man. It ain't nothing financially where I'm struggling or nothing like that. It's just that things are shifting your life even though you're doing right, but I guess it's to keep you on your toes, right? Kind of like boxing. If you box flat-footed, you won't last long. So you got to stay bouncing on your toes, right? You got to stay bouncing on them toes in order to be ready, right? And I feel, now with me sharing this message, that's the reason I'm shifting right now and going through certain things so that more can come in. Because sometimes I have to be honest, we can get comfortable, and in comfort we don't grow. So God will bring an issue into your life to make you get back on guard, because we tend to lose ourselves sometimes, right? But yeah, family, that's the message. Long story short, if you're going through something right now, something is taking place that you really wouldn't like to be taking place, know that you are undefeated and God always makes a way. Always. Always. So I want to tell you right now that let this message be a stepping stone for you to keep going forward, no matter how it may look through these eyes. All right? Things always shift for the better. Not on our time, but God's perfect timing. But like always, family, never go with the flow. Easier said than done, right? But we must learn to create the flow, and that's the divine flow of Christ. But until the next message, family, no more separation. One love.